From the hallowed grounds of Fenway Park, we've got open-air baseball for you on the show. It's the Detroit Tigers and the Boston Red Sox.
And now, your 2022
All right, we'll be back to get this one started
Boston
after this.
Red Sox.
All right, just about ready to go here at Fenway. Now it's the right fielder, Akil Baddoo. Sale delivers. And he walked him.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Here's Riley Green.
Riley.
Sale ready. Fouls one off. 2-2. Right side into the outfield, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. The batter now, Javier Baez.
Javier Baez.
Next offering is in for a strike. Sale and a 1-2. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Casas on his way over. And Sale deals. Sale, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
2-2 now. This one blasted deep to left, way out of here. Home run. Javi Baez blasts one out, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 3-0. Harold Castro stands in. Next pitch inside, ball 2. That one in for a strike, 2-2. And the pitch. To the right side, sneaks through, base hit.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
And now up to hit, Miguel Cabrera. Castro aboard here at first with nobody out.
Runner, yes,
There goes the runner. Line drive, hauls it in for the out. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
And a count 1-2.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Back in Boston, Joe stepping in for Boston, Tommy Pham. The Red Sox in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
On the ground to the left. The throw to first. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Alex Verdugo. Good contact guy, good defender.
Alex Verdugo.
1 down, base is empty. And a foul ball. 1-2 now. And down on strikes he goes. That's out number 2. 2 outs, bases empty. Xander Bogaerts up next for the Red Sox. The 1-2. And that one missing low. Bogaerts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter. Next offering misses, and the count's full. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Top of the second, and here's the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Here comes a pitch. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And a 3-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, but if he wasn't fooling anyone, it's a tough place to be. Because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Next offering upstairs. And now the lefty. And there's ball 4.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Going to count 1-2. One and two now. Sale back to work. In the air, center field. Hernandez on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Out number 2. So the lineup flips over. Akil Baddoo up now for the Tigers.
Akil
Candelario, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next pitch is popped up. Makes the catch. That is the inning. Welcome back. Now, Rafael Devers. Out towards left center. Meadows on the move. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. 1 down. And now J.D. Martinez.
Batting 5th, the designated hitter.
Both you and I know how much attention to detail that J.D. Martinez pays. Kind of makes me think of Albert Pujols, who has been called the machine at times during his career. I'd venture to say you could put J.D. Martinez in that same category, at least the way he approaches his craft.
And base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I'll tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 gone now. Now batting Tristan Casas.
The first baseman, Tristan.
Stays alive. And here it comes. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boo. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
Here's Kike Hernandez. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Right side. Padu flying after this one. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double. A run comes in the play. Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. And a pitch. And now it's even up. Casas at third. Hernandez at second with 2 gone. Next pitch is outside. And he deals. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. And a pitch. And a swing and a miss. Good job at damage control right there. Back now at Fenway. New inning getting started. Now the number 2 hitter, Riley Green. In the air, fairly deep to right field. And there's one down. Now it's Javier Baez.
Now that's the shortstop, Javier Baez.
Next pitch inside, and it's a full count. Kicks and fires. That to right. And there's 2 down.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, it will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
And up next for Detroit, Harold Castro. Out into left center for a line drive base hit. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
And now Miguel Cabrera. Next offering is fouled back. That one lifted to left. That's down. One hops off the wall.
Now that's
Here is Austin Meadows.
Austin Meadows.
Next one just misses. And it's 2-2. Left-hand hitter waits. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
2 outs. In the air, left field. Coming on is Pham to make the play. And that'll do it. Back here at Fenway, set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Tommy Pham. In the air, right side. That's a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way. And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
No outs, runners at first and second. Ground ball left side, could be 2. On to second, they get 1, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Rafael Devers. Devers, the baby-faced assassin.
Rafael Devers.
The pitch. There's the strike. pitch. And fouled off. He swings and fouls one off. Left-hand batter waits. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Fan on third. Devers at first. 2 out of the inning. They say you win. Got him looking. And that is the inning. Start of the 4th. And now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Chopped out in front of the plate. He beats it out, and the tapper turns into an infield single.
Down in the count, battling to stay alive, and just a nice job to put it in play. Breaking ball was in a decent spot down and in, but he did a really nice job getting to it before it tied him up.
And that one wrapped foul. Line and a base hit into right. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. And now the batter is Tucker Barnhart. The switch hitter batting right. Kicks and deals. And now 2 balls and a strike.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Next one misses. And now 3-1. The pitch. That one catches the zone. And now 3-2. The punch out there. And 1 out now. And here is Akil Baddoo. He's 0 for 1. 1-2 now. Sale. Called strike right there.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn 2, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get 2 and end up with nothing.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Stays alive. And the pitch. That one the other way. Makes the grab. 2 down. Here's the center fielder, Riley Green.
Up next for the Tigers.
2 outs. A couple of base runners at first and second. The next offering misses. 2 balls and a strike. Two on, 2 outs. In for a strike. 3-2 now.
He doesn't get a knock right here. That pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
In the air out to center. And that'll do it. Back here in Boston, bottom of the 4th. Here's Trevor Story now. You know, Singy, they talk about Red Sox Nation, but there is something to that because the Boston Red Sox aren't just about Boston or Massachusetts. It's that whole New England area. So you're talking about Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Northern Connecticut. There's a whole segment of the country that is locked in on the Boston Red Sox pitch to pitch throughout the summer. Tristan Casas up next for the Red Sox. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Enrique Hernandez up next for the Red Sox. And a 3-1 on the way. Slice down the right side.
They travel really well, and I think Red Sox fans are sprinkled all over the country.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Gosh, another walk in this one. Man, he is having some real issues with control.
1 down. Here's the speedy catcher, Connor Wong. Tying run at the plate. Pitch misses, and a count 2-1. And a pitch. That's to third, and it goes just foul. And now the lefty.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Swings and misses, and now 2 gone. Here's Tommy Pham, 1 for 2.
Tommy.
First and second, 2 down. Next pitch is outside. At the belt and fires. That one is blasted left field towards the monster. And it's off the wall. Runner around third in to score. Now a relay to the plate. He beats it safe. And it's a 1-run game.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Next to hit, Alex Verdugo. Runner at second, 2 down. Cut on and miss, struck him out. Out number 3. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Javier Baez. And the 3-1. In the air, right field, Verdugo. Under this one, puts it away for the out. Harold Castro, the next to hit.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
Castro.
The 1-2. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches. And down on strikes. Now 2 away. Miguel Cabrera up now for the Tigers.
Miguel Cabrera.
Lined into right. Pulls up and it drops for a hit.
Now batting.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now it's Austin Meadows. 2-2 down. Center field. Hernandez makes the catch, and that'll do it. New pitcher for the Tigers, Miguel Diaz. And he'll work on holding this lead.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
And welcome back. It's Xander Bogaerts now. When you look at Xander, he has all the tools to anchor a World Series lineup.
Yeah, he's one of those rare talents. He's got power at the plate, discipline to go along with it. Oh, and if he gets on, he's got the speed. This guy's a great combo, and he's an RBI machine. Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. And now 2-1.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
And the right-hander deals. And he takes a strike.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
And Devers hits that one. Baду, long run on his horse. Nice grab on the run. And there's one down. Here is J.D. Martinez.
Now
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
On the ground, could be 2. Fires to second for 1. And it's a double play to end the inning. So the Red Sox go to the bullpen. John Schreiber. And he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team. Back here at Fenway Park, top 6. And now here is Spencer Torkelson. The pitch. Strike 2.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
The next pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Next offering misses, and it's 3-2. This to center field. Hernandez under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. Tucker Barnhart up now for the Tigers.
Tucker Barnhart.
Next offering is fouled back. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
The 1-1 is cut on and missed to the pitch upstairs. Righty delivers. Down and in, moved his feet. The 2-2. Fought off foul. Righty to the plate. Swing and a ball popped up, and that's the inning. And we're back here at Fenway Park. Here's a speed threat, Trevor Story. Right-hander kicks, deals. Foul ball.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
And he hits a ground ball right side, tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Now back.
And here's the first baseman, Tristan Casas. A wind in the pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 away. Enrique Hernandez up next for the Red Sox.
Hernandez.
The wind of the pitch. And a count 1-2. Right-handed reliever. That misses the zone, and that's ball 2. And the righty deals. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The pitch. Stays alive. And that one pulled foul.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And a foul ball. Here comes a pitch. And there's a foul ball. Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. Next one off the plate inside. And that's ball 3. Swing and a miss. And that is that. Pitching change here. Matt Strom. It's his job to keep his team in the game.
Matt Strom.
Back in Boston, we go to the top of the 7th. And now the center fielder, Riley Green. One now. And he grounds one back up the middle. He dives, but he can't make the catch. He decides to eat it, and they don't get the out.
The batter.
And next to hit for Detroit, Javier Baez. Kicks and fires. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. And they turn the double play. Here's the second baseman, Harold Castro.
The second baseman, Harold Castro.
And here it comes. Falling behind 2-1.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
3-1. This one ripped, but foul to the right. And that's ball 4.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
Up next to the Tigers,
Miguel Cabrera now at the plate.
Miguel Cabrera.
A little tardy on that fastball. He's going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
2-2 down. Got him. And that is that. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the catcher, Connor Wong. The tying run at the plate. Got him. 1 out. So the batting order turns over. Tommy Pham up next for the Red Sox. Ball to strike. Swings over the top of that one.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And now the count is even. Popped up. Castro under it. Snags it for the second out. So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen, Daniel Norris. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty. Digging in, Alex Verdugo. On the ground, right side. Torkelson handles the chance, and they put the tag on him for the out. New pitcher for the Red Sox, Ryan Brazier. And he'll do his best to keep this close.
Number 70, Ryan Brazier.
Back here at the ballpark, Austin Meadows now. The 2-1. And a good eye there. The pitch. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. Stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Checks over to first, back safely. Next to hit, Spencer Torkelson. Next offering is in for a strike. Kicks and deals. That one missing inside. And a pitch. That one inside. And that's ball 3.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And it's ball 4. He missed down low. Now batting Jamer Candelario.
The third baseman, Jamer.
Looking for some insurance. Or as our friends down in the South would say,
insurance.
No matter how you say it, we know what you mean.
Next pitch is popped up. And now the switch hitting catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
Now batting.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
The 1-1 is cut on and missed to the pitch upstairs. And the right-hander deals. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Fan moving back for this one. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 2 down. Back to the top of the Detroit order. And now the right fielder, Akil Baddoo.
Right fielder, Akil Baddoo.
Left-hand hitter waits.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
The 2-1. Ripped on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that ends the inning. Back here at Fenway. Now it's the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. The 1-1. Good eye right there. The pitch. That one fouled off. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes for the second time today. Here's Rafael Devers. You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. And what you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head. And the next pitch is way outside. Looking to get the tying run on base. And there's the ball. I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged. The pitch. That one hooked foul. As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Left-hand batter waits. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Pounding ball here, rolls foul. And And that one is lifted in the air. Baddoo on the move. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there are 2 down. They hand the ball over to a new arm,
now
Joe Jimenez.
Designated hitter.
Trying to protect this lead.
Martinez.
And here is J.D. Martinez. And the pitch. On the ground, right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. That ends the inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Darwinzon Hernandez. And his job is to collect quick outs and keep his team within striking distance. Back here at Fenway, now the number 2 hitter, Riley Green. And a pitch.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And down on strikes he goes. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. And next up for the Tigers, Javier Baez. He's already homered in this game. Here's a 1-1. Baez checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. No swing. And he deals. And a swing and a miss. And there are 2 outs. So 2 down now. And here is Harold Castro. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Next pitch is popped up. Devers makes the catch, and that'll do it. New pitcher for the Tigers, Gregory Soto. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise.
Gregory Soto.
All set for the bottom of the 9th. Here's Trevor Story.
These home fans, they are making a lot of noise, putting pressure on that pitcher out there.
Next one is off the plate, and it's 2-1. 1-run game, bottom 9. And it's even up.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And now the lefty. Strike 3. Got him swinging. And 1 away. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Red Sox. Eric Hosmer. A critical at bat in this game for him. Home team down a run. And the home team trying to pull it out. And he chases that one. Back-to-back strikeouts. Enrique Hernandez up next for the Red Sox.
Hernandez.
That one drilled left field. And it's gone. Enrique Hernandez takes him deep. And this game is tied. It's 4-4. Base is empty with 2 away. And now Connor Wong. The 1-2. That one missed. All tied up. We're in the last half of inning number 9. Bounce to third. That's the 3rd out. in the game on defense, Eric Hosmer. He pitch hit last half and now takes over at first. Back inside Fenway Park. We're in extras here. And now the DH, Miguel Cabrera. The pitch. Stays alive.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the ninth. So here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button. Try to get some more runs and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
Just foul of third. Tied at 4. And a swing and a miss. And they get the leadoff man in the 10th. Now it's Austin Meadows. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog. Not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 out. Now at the plate, Spencer Torkelson. 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. A laser to left base hit. Coming home. The throw in. In at second, no play. As they jump ahead, a run scores.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Next one misses. And now 3-1. Next offering is fouled back. And a pitch. Got him. And that's the 3rd out. Andrew Chafin enters the game, and he'll do his best to hang on to this lead.
Andrew Chafin.
Welcome back. Now the left fielder, Tommy Pham.
Well, he came up clutch earlier in this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle.
Red Sox with a chance to tie it up. Fouled off. He was late. So the tying run at second. Laser base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Throw comes back in. The tying run stops at third with nobody out. So runners at the corners, nobody out. And next for the Red Sox, Alex Verdugo. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Huge strikeout there. 2 on, 1 out. And the batter will be the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. A strikeout and a walk. The 1-1. And now just 2 outs away.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Over to first, and he's safe. So now with 1 swing, this guy could end it. Slowly on the ground to short. Off balance speed. There's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Rafael Devers up to him. Here's a 1-1. Yeah, there's the strike.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
High fly ball out to center field. Green moving under this one. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Garrett Whitlock gets handed the rock out of the pen. And welcome back. Stepping in, Tucker Barnhart. Man at second, nobody out. Chris Certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
Right-handed reliever, and just misses with that one. Next pitch misses. Full count now.
That's a really good take.
At the belt and fires. Line drive, makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Akil Baddoo up now for the Tigers. The 1-1. Runner takes off for third. That's in for a strike. Over to third, but the throw's offline. Right-hander kick steals. Got him! Now 2 out. So digging in, Riley Green. All tied up here in extra innings. Next pitch is outside.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Tosses across to first. That's out number 3. Willie Castro now in the game as he takes over third.
Defensively for the Tigers.
The pitcher on here, Alex Lang.
Willie Castro now pitching for Detroit. Number 55, Alex Lang.
All set for the bottom of the 11th at the plate. J.D. Martinez. Two and 1 to J.D. And that one is in for a strike. And it's second. Check swing, appeal to first. Yes, he did. Down he goes on strikes. Trevor Story comes up to the plate.
Well, first base open. Really no reason to pitch to this hitter right here. Put him on, have the force at second first, perhaps getting inning-ending double play.
The next offering misses, and that's ball 3. Rip to first, caught. Throw not in time as he's able to get back to avoid the double play. And now it's Eric Hosmer. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Next pitch downstairs, 2 and 1. One thing throughout his career, Chris, people looking for him to hit the ball in the air a little bit more, hit for a tiny bit more power.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to get that lift and backspin consistently. Seen him have power, though, to the opposite field gap, which has been impressive.
Runner leads away at second. Got him looking. Inning over. Back here in Boston. Now here is Javier Baez. 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
The pitch. On the ground to third. Low throw, and he can't dig it out. So a change being made out at second. And coming in is the Tigers pinch runner, Victor Reyes.
Castro
And next will be the Tiger cleanup hitter, Harold Castro.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Righty delivers. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and there's one away here in the 12th. 2 on, 1 out. Miguel Cabrera digs in now. Ball to strike.
You know, Boog, if you're that base runner at second base, you want to be quiet out there. Not bouncing around, not distracting your teammate, the hitter. Make sure that he can clearly focus on that pitcher and that release point.
One out. The go-ahead run is at second. Next pitch misses outside. Ball 3. 2 on, 1 out. And that'll load the bases.
Well, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Here's the left fielder, Austin Meadows. The 3-1. That one fouled off. Three, 2 now. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Hard liner. Gone. Austin Meadows powers one out of here, and they lead it. It's 9-5. Matt Barnes gets the nod out of the bullpen. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Matt Barnes.
One out, bases empty. And here is Spencer Torkelson. A little out front there as he swings through it. On the ground right side. Over to first, and they get Torkelson for the out. This is Willie Castro.
Now batting.
He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field, and that extends the inning.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Moved to first, and he's back in there. Castro off of first with 2 away. Now here is Tucker Barnhart. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning. Victor Reyes into the game as a defensive sub now, and he'll take over in center.
Now playing center field.
Back here at Fenway Park, bottom of the 12th inning now. And stepping in for Boston, Enrique Hernandez. Line drive, that's a base hit out of the left center field. Hosmer coming home. The throw into second. He's in safely at second. And a run comes in to score.
Picks himself up an RBI. Got a good pitch to drive. Stayed short with his back path to the ball and caught it out front. And he stayed long in his follow through. That's how you split the gap. And that's pretty much a double every time.
Righty to the plate. On a foul ball, he stays alive. And a 1-2 again. Stays alive. And the righty deals. Out there to center. Reyes settles underneath it. Makes the grab, 1 away. So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Tommy Pham up next for the Red Sox. 1 out and a runner at second.